Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer and I'm playing Dungeon Universalis. Now I'm in this position where it really looks pretty grim. We got this very strong creature here and I kind of thought about that and reevaluated the situation, and I realized I gotta come up with some other tactic. So basically I thought that I can only bring all these players into action, all my characters into action, if I kind of manage to encircle the creature. So I wanted to lure it back here and then place a couple of guys here and a couple of guys on the other side. But actually I was thinking about this, and this is actually not necessary. This is a large creature. So I didn't remember that. If the creature would be possessed, I can basically simply shoot and also cast spells over these two guys and in this way hit the creature. So even if I am behind these two and these two can kind of shield the other guys, I will be able to cast spells and shoot. So that's kind of cool. The other thing is I think cheating is a measure that must be taken here. The reason is simple. I want to survive that. I don't want to lose that and lose my party. Usually I don't cheat, but usually I don't play campaign games, and that's the whole thing, right? And that is maybe also a reason why I don't like campaign games. If this is a one-shot adventure, or if this is a campaign over 3 missions or something, if you lose your party, okay, it's over, and that's it. And you start another game, and it's all cool. But at this point, I've invested, I don't know, hard to tell, maybe 30 to 40 hours of gameplay into this. And also into this combination of heroes. Okay, some of them changed a little bit. But now this group, they kind of grew, and they had some adventures together. And especially these two characters are also evolved quite a bit. I don't want to lose them. It's as simple as that. If I would lose these guys, I guess I'd call the game. And I don't want to do that. And therefore I'm going to cheat. So I'm not even sure how I'm going to do that. My first idea is, and that's I think what I do, I'm going to give this guy only 2 attacks instead of the 3 attacks he usually had. And I hope that's going to be enough. If I would still lose, gotta find the right balance here. I don't know. Maybe it's getting too easy, and then I'm kind of regret that. And then maybe in the next boss fight, I'm going to make it harder or whatever. I got a feeling that I wouldn't say the game is unbalanced, but it's not balanced in a way that I like it. People say, okay, if I win, I don't know, let's say 50% of the games, that's fine with me, and then it's balanced or whatever. But if I play a campaign game, I want to pretty much win everything. The thing is, I want to play through the campaign, and I don't want to die with half the party in between or something. So technically, I got to kind of bend the system in a way that I pretty much win everything. It doesn't have to be a piece of cake. It can be hard, but I want to win in the end so that I can continue the campaign with this party. That's simply the way I enjoy it. And if the game rules would not allow that, I could say, okay, then I pass on the game. but I don't want to do that either, so therefore we kind of have to somehow try to fix this in some way. I'm not sure exactly how it will work, but we'll see now. Okay, so yeah, this guy can now activate. And this is also difficult terrain for the spider. So therefore, it cannot attack me with the first action. So it will move. I'm not even sure if it can move like this. It's going to be probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think it has a movement of 7. Yeah, 6, 7. So it ends up here. And now with the second action, it can attack. And we got to draw a card, by the way, for that. That says Fortitude. And this is another thing. I'm really not sure if I will do that. So the thing is, I understand that it makes the game more interesting and less predictable. But there are cards that say the creature gets +1 combat strength for the rest of the engagement. What the fuck, you know? I mean, this is pretty devastating if it's a boss fight and if it's already pretty hard. Or there's a card that says Regeneration that gives basically the creature the chance to regenerate hits, and for every hit you roll, and on a 5 or 6, that his hit is regenerated. You know, if you fight a normal battle, that's fine. But if you fight a boss creature that has kind of like 30 to 40 hit points, that's a big deal. And I'm not really sure if this does not feel a little bit overpowered for my taste. So I don't really know. You know, if things getting too worse, I might ignore a card or something. I don't really know how I should handle that. But right now, I think I'm fine here. So one stunned creature at the dark player's choice instantly loses this condition. Okay, this is not the case. If no creature is stunned or knocked down, one dark player creature will get +2 to its strength during its next activation. Okay, so we give the guy a +2 for now, which isn't great. And now he's going to attack. So let's see who he will attack. Okay, that's a 5. So the enemy which is easiest to hit. I'm pretty sure this is going to be him, because this guy has his dexterity potion. So therefore, it's going to be the Cyclops, and the creature will attack it. It moves in here, and let's hope for the best here. Oh, that looks pretty good for now. Okay, great. So we're doing okay. Then the other spider will activate, and yeah, there's nothing they can do. I mean, it blocks. It's blocked by its companion here, so it basically just moves here, I guess. And now my guys can attack. And I shouldn't have moved her so far, so I'm going to move her now here, 1, 2, 3, right here, 4, whatever. And then I'm going to do the war dance now. I should have done that in the last turn, and I think it wasn't necessary to move back that far. But okay, let's do the war dance now. Okay, that is pretty good. So for the next 5 turns, we have a +1 on combat skill and courage. And by the way, yeah, exactly, I gotta check the courage of this guy. I didn't do that, so let's see. And he's fine. It's a 6, so it's a 4 + 6. I think he's okay. On the other hand, let's see what the fearsome does. Maybe, I think it just forces you, I'm not sure. Fearsome. Yeah, no, it's okay. I think we're okay. We just did the test. So therefore, yeah, these two people, they don't have to be afraid of, yeah, they're not afraid anymore. It's as simple as that. Okay, so I just checked it again with the rules here. I'm going to shoot now with this, with the cat, and you get a +1 modifier if it's a large target. And in addition, if you have a failure, usually you will hit then, and the failure includes a 1, then usually you hit an adjacent character. But this is not going to happen if the adjacent characters are smaller than the target you're trying to hit. So therefore, there's not that big a risk there. We can simply shoot there and hope to hit that creature. But before I do so, I gotta do a courage test. So let's hope for the best here. And we made it. So now I don't have to do that test for the rest of the engagement. And yeah, I can now simply shoot, and I think I also get a +1. No, I don't. No, not from that. So, okay, anyway, I think I should be in a pretty good position here. I do the fast shooting, so let's hope for the best. Okay, that's a hit. That means we do 4 damage dice. Okay, these are 2 damage for the spider. So we should remember that. So it was at 32, so now it's at 30. Because we got to subtract, for every 5, we got to subtract an agility. Look, right, the spider is actually here. Yeah, but it's also 4. Okay, cool. And then we do another shot. And that is even a critical hit. Very good. And we do 2 more damage. Well, okay. That's a start. Fine. Now we bring this guy here into play. 1, 2, and it's a little weird because he really, I mean, he's got to shoot over all these guys, but it really seems he can do it. So he moved 2 spaces, which means he gets a -1 modifier. But apart from that, oh yeah, he's lost in the dark. I think that gives him another one -1 modifier. Yeah, that is the case. So he's got a overall he's got, and he's also further away than the 3 spaces. It's not going to be easy for him to hit. So overall, that's lost in the dark, movement, medium range. So that's -3, +1 for the large creature. So he's got a -2 modifier. So he needs an 8 to hit. Oh boy, he's got that. Awesome. So he also does 5 damage. Pretty cool. Does he? Yeah, he's got that bow here. So 5 damage because there was a critical. That wasn't that great. Okay, still 1 point. So that means that the spider now only has an agility left of 2. I don't know if that makes such a big difference in the end, but it could help. Okay, and now it's our 2 fighters, and I'm gonna start with a dwarf, do my fast attacks here, and oh, for some reason I only rolled a single die. Oh boy. That's tough. That's not a hit, I guess. And however, I'm not even so sure about that. Wait a minute. He's got an 11 and I have a 9, but I gotta subtract 1. That's the problem. So I only have an 8. I got 5 We both have a -1 modifier for terrain, so we basically can ignore that. Got a 5. I got a +1 from the dexterity potion. This is the second turn. I got a +1 from this thing. So overall I got a +2 modifier. So I got a +3 modifier basically compared to the giant spider. Yeah, that feels right. So that's interesting. So it is actually, it's even. I gotta subtract 1 because of the fast attacks. So I think it's actually a tie. And I got an agility of 3, but I got that thing. So I got an agility of 4. The spider only has an agility of 2. So I win that. But I think I win that. So let's see. Let's roll the damage dice here. I have my strength +3. So it's a 7 damage dice. That doesn't look so bad actually. Maybe I'm still overestimating the enemies, but I don't know, man. If things go wrong, we'll see. Okay, that was pretty good. These are 4 hits. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, pretty cool. And now it's it's this guy here, the Cyclops, and he also attacks. That seems to be enough too. He's got an 8 against a 7. He's got a 5 here. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's enough. That should be enough. Okay, so let's simply do the damage. We got a +2 modifier, so it's 6 damage dice. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, cool. These are 3 more damage. Wow, that's not bad. 1, 2, 3. So it's down to 20. Okay, so that is looking quite well. So the spider draws another card. That's a double attack. A creature at the dark player's choice gets 1 extra attack for this turn. Okay. Oh, you gotta bring this down by 2 points here. So now it has actually 3 attacks, and we'll see. So the first attack is a 1. That goes against one or a random adjacent enemy. So the 1/3 is the dwarf. So the first attack goes against. We are now in. 4 more turns to go here. So the first attack goes against the Cyclops again. Oh boy. Okay, that is bad. I don't want to accept that. I have to re-roll that. There's no doubt. Blunders are not good. So that was a 7 from the side of the of the spider. Well, let's hope for a better roll this time. And it's also a 7. Very, very good. So I think I've won that. Yeah. Yeah. And then it does another attack. That is again a random character. Okay, it's again the Cyclops. So let's see. Okay, awesome. He again wins. And the third one is again a random enemy, and it's again the Cyclops. Okay. And again he wins. Wow. This is really looking pretty good. Okay, so now I want to start the turn with the... And I kind of stopped it here, by the way. I think we never entered... I don't know if I ever entered this room. I think I didn't, so I think this goes basically... I'm going to forget about this. So, about the turn tracker, I think that doesn't make a lot of sense here. So the Cyclops, the magician starts, and she does a courage test because she wants to attack now with the brain damage. So that means she will, yeah, she needs, yeah, she has to do that somehow. Let's see what we get. That's a 7. That looks pretty good because she's got a +1 from the war dance. She has a courage of 3. Now this might go down because of the lost in the dark. No, actually it doesn't. Oh yeah, it does. It does. So she has 1 less courage, but because she did the war dance, she's fine. She just made it. And that means from now on, all of us are good. Nobody was afraid of that thing, except me. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna try and attack, yeah, with the brain damage, which is a pretty solid option here. So let's see. We are again in the... I think there was no penalty for... Yes, there is a penalty. -1 to all attributes, so I got a -1 intelligence. And this is not so easy. I also have an ongoing spell. So technically I got a -2 on intelligence here. So I need a 7 to make this thing work. That's tricky. I could activate the light source here, the torch, and I think I want to do that. I wonder if this is an action or if it's a quick action. So yeah, that would be actually an action to avoid that source of light. So I don't want to do that. I wonder... I think I'm going to use the components for magic here. So it says +2 to casting spells. Only 1 can be used per spell. I think I only have 1, but I want to spend that here. So don't want to risk anything. So let's see. Okay, that was pretty much necessary, I guess. Let's see, we have a 5, lost in the dark, and that thing. Yeah, that was exactly what we needed. So very good, we just made it, but we're good. And now we can roll 5d6. Every result equal to or greater than the target's intelligence deals 1 damage. If it loses 1 or more vitality, it gets stunned. Now the cool thing is, it only has an intelligence of 0. So, but a 1 never does damage. But still, I mean, odds are we can do quite some damage here and we can stun the beast. Okay, that's fine. These are 4 damage. I'm okay with that. And so it goes down to 16. But this is actually really not looking that bad. And we already did half the damage, or half the life points here. So that means now the creature is stunned. So just as a reminder, I want to place a marker here. And that gives the other guys now even better odds. So first, I'm going to shoot again a couple of arrows with her. So let's see. That's definitely a hit. 5 damage died. So this is really looking good. That wasn't that great. I mean, I could spend my last fortune, but I don't want to do that. So that's 1 damage. And let's try another one. That's close, but I think it's good enough. Yeah, it definitely is. We got all these... Yeah, because of the large, we got a +1 modifier. So that was also a hit. And we do 2 more damage. Sweet. So let's see. Who's next? Well, I guess this guy. So he can only do 1 shot. That's 6. I don't know. I think that's not enough. So it's medium range. So you got a -1, a +1 for the size. That is equal. It's dark, so it's a -1 modifier. Is that right? Yeah, but he would have needed a 7. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And now the other guys will attack. And we start with a dwarf. And again, I think I'm going to use my fast attacks here. Oh, that wasn't great. But it might be enough. So it's basically a 7. It's a 6 because I got to subtract 1. This guy has 8, but I got a lot of positive modifiers and it is a stunt. So I think I'm in a pretty good condition here. So the thing has a -1 modifier, another -1 because it has 1 less fighting point basically. So combat strength. So that's -2. Oh my goodness. I got another +1 for the warden, so it's a +3. I think I should be able to. And I got a +1 for the dexterity check, which is now in the last turn. So yeah, I think I got an overall, compared to this guy, I got a +4 modifier. Stunned, dexterity potion. Ha! Yeah, no, it makes sense. It's a stunned, it's a dexterity potion. This thing has 1 less combat strength than I do. The war dance. Yeah. So I win the battle. And that means I do damage. And this means I do 7 dice damage. Okay, very good. These are 3 hits. Okay, so it is down to 10, so it's looking good. And now the Cyclops can attack. Oops. That's not so great. Let's see. Okay, that is better. So we win that too. 8 against a 6. And that means we do 6 dice of damage. Okay, these are 2 hits. Okay, so it is down to 8 points. I'm pretty optimistic we can kill this beast. So the next turn starts and we have here quick. One creature at the dark player's choice may make one extra move during the current turn. Okay. Preferably apply this card to a creature which could not attack without this extra move. If all of them can do it, discard this card. Well, I guess we have to, because this doesn't help either. So I guess we got to discard the card. That gives another point then, but I think that's not that important anymore. Okay, and now yeah, it does again attacks, and we do the 2 attacks. I don't fine with that now. So okay, that's again a random hero. So let's see which one it is. And it's again the Cyclops. It's getting personal, I guess. So let's see. I hope he's doing as good as he did before. No, he's definitely not. So this time he takes some heavy damage. And I think he just has to go through with that. So it is a critical hit. The creature does 6 damage dice. So it means we'd have to take 7 dice. 7 dice of damage. That is not good. Now we have an armor of 4. Yeah. What does that do? Well, that gives him just, yeah. So it's an armor of 4. Oh. Holy crap. That's pretty rough. Oof. 5. Holy moly. Do we want to take that? Hard to tell. Yeah, I guess I will. I guess I'm going to take that. So I take 5 wounds. I mean, that's pretty bad. But I guess I got to take that. Yeah, let's take it. Okay. So what does that mean? Do I get any condition for that? Oh yeah, maybe. Maybe I actually will. So it's going to roll a die now. And let's see, because of this crappy paralyzing poison. So I think I got to roll a die now. And if the result equals or exceeds the enemy's natural armor, it will lose its next activation. Okay, that is luckily not the case. So I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Not exactly. I wonder if I have to take a condition or something. I think if a large creature hits me, I might get some trouble. Let's see. So if the guy does a critical, he will push me backwards. I mean, he pushes me because he simply was successful in the melee attack. So that's what he does anyway. He pushes me backwards. And because it was a critical, I actually kind of stumble and I'm knocked down here. And usually a critical doesn't do that. But if a larger creature has a critical against you, larger by just 1, I mean, there are these different, it can be large, it can be huge, but if it's just 1 difference, then you're actually knocked down. I think also from a huge creature, I think it's probably the same. And I never got that, but if you do a double critical against an even-sized creature, the other creature is also knocked down. I didn't know that, but now I hope to remember. So basically, this guy has now -1 on all his skills or ability values, whatever you want to call it, and but that's pretty much it. He does not have a combat range, but in this specific situation, it all does not really matter. He can simply get up next turn. I think if this thing comes closer, because if it wins, for example, now an attack against the dwarf, I think he's got to do a agility check. And that might be hard because he's really bad in agility. So we're going to see about that. So now there is only one option. It will attack the dwarf. It cannot come closer. It's simply blocked by the dwarf. So we'll see what happens now and hope for the best. And I'm totally fine. I'm not impressed. And I keep it all clean for him to stand up again. Okay, and now it's us again. And yeah. Oh, you know, actually I forgot to roll the die if the creature is still stunned or not. That might be now important, but we'll see. And it is not. Okay. So, what am I gonna do? Yeah, I think I'm gonna try another brain damage spell. So let's see, I think I need a 7 this time to be successful. Still lost in the dark. This thing is still ongoing. So I guess I need a 7 to cast that spell. And I do. So I'm okay. That's good. Okay, so we do 5 damage. It's all above the intelligence, there's no 1. So we do 5 damage. And the creature is stunned, and yeah, that's, I guess it's dead now. I'm pretty sure about that. So okay, it's stunned again, and now my heroes can attack, and the shooter will attack. That wasn't good enough. No, that's not a hit. So we got to do a second attack now. Oh, that is, and we have a critical, so that means 5 dice. Okay, that's pretty cool. 3 hits, and he's dead. That's it. We did it. Okay. So just to remember this, we did this kill here. Yeah, he's dead. That's not the end. There is still this thing here, but that should not be a big issue. So let's first I'm going to remove this, and I guess I have to check now if this thing runs away. It's a grunt creature, has to do a courage test because the leader died and it was right adjacent. So that means it has to roll a 6. That's a 3 and an 8. So it stays. That's not so cool. And now the dwarf moves. Well, does he? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he attacks the creature with the fast attacks. So this thing is gone. That was very good. So that means we get, I think, 8 dice or something, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's see. Maybe we can kill it. That wasn't great. So you know what? I'm gonna. Well, I mean, I might be able to save the $8 if I don't have to spend a fortune. I didn't spend. He's in a perfect shape, so I don't know if I really want to spend a fortune here. I mean, I'm taking the risk of getting hit, but it's not that likely, is it? So, you know, I think I say, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna just take, how much armor has that thing? Okay, 4. So I think I'm only gonna do a single damage, but okay. And now the other guy, I think he can now simply get up. I'm not totally sure about it, but I think he can. Okay, so yeah, I'm actually allowed to simply get up. And now, yeah, the problem is I cannot attack the creature because this is again the difficult terrain. I can only move to here, and this is it. So yeah, that's it, but I can attack next turn. Okay. And I'm stunned, by the way. After getting up, you are still stunned. So now it's the creature's turn. And yeah, it's engaged. Let's see if there is anything weird going on. I think there actually might... No, oh shit, what was that? I think it was like this, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, there might be... There's a special target priority down here, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to disengage here. So it simply attacks. I guess I'm fine. The thing has a 3. Yeah, I'm okay. Okay, fantastic. So now let's hope we can finish him. So I guess the dwarf simply starts attacking here, and let's do the fast attacks again. Ah, that looks good. So yeah, that's definitely, that's even a critical. So we have again 8 dice, but we were not successful with that last time. But this time we killed it. We killed the spider. Awesome. And now this guy, I wonder. I think I'm going to do with her. I'm going to search with her for loot. Now let me see, we have a spider that was worth 1 die, and the giant spider was worth 6 dice. So we have 7 dice. Alright, 2 coins, well, great. But of course we're still able to draw a card. Okay, so we're now allowed to draw a treasure card because we killed the beast, and yeah, there is one of these cards says it's empty. Now that would be a real bummer because we had a couple of expenses here. We have to go to the inn to heal. We need $6 for that. We also spent a couple of resources, so I think we need at least $10 to cover our expenses. So yeah, let's see what we draw here. I'm gonna roll a die again to determine that. So there we go. I think we got about 10 cards or something. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's number 10. Ah, that sucks. So it's 5 coins and 1 random special object. That ain't great. It's just enough to... I guess it's just enough to kind of be even. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, we can visit the inn. We'll see what we draw here. Okay, actually I found a healing potion. That's something. That's pretty good. So... yeah. She's a herbalist, so that means she can basically mix a potion before every adventure. So therefore we can get back our dexterity potion, but only one of them. And apart from that, we're gonna need $6 for the inn, and then we only have $3 left, and actually $1. We still have one from before the adventure. But, you know, I mean, we went to all that shit, and that's what we end up with. I don't know. But maybe we get some more. I could imagine that we find more stuff when we go back to Norfolk. We have to, there is a text that we can read then, and maybe we get some gold from the governor or stuff like that. I think that might actually be the case. The scenario says that it is not allowed, once this beast is killed, to play another dark player card. But we can still explore this room, and we can even search the room, and there's no risk. So of course we do it. So let's check what we're gonna find there. First I'm gonna check the app because we didn't went there. Okay. So I mean, I don't go there obviously, right? I just kind of check out what's going on there. Oh, look at that. There's a special element here. Crystal vein. Let's see what that is. Okay, so by the way, you're not allowed to search corridors for treasure. You can only search rooms. So we cannot search these anyway. And there's another rule. Once you found the main room, you can no longer search already explored rooms. So, but if there would have been another room there, we could have searched that because it was an unexplored room. So let's see. Some colored crystals glow in the dark. The section is regarded as difficult terrain and will always be illuminated. Characters who search it must roll 1d6 and check the result on the following chart. Yeah, I think that's definitely something I want to try. That's a 2. They don't seem to have any value. That's not great. I wonder if I should re-roll that. I didn't determine who actually did it. Maybe I should do that randomly now. So let's see. Who did it? That doesn't work. Okay, so the dwarf did it. I could spend a fortune. Maybe I'm lucky and I find 5 more bucks. But there's also risk that an earth elemental will show up, which we then would have to fight. I also don't really want to spend the fortune because right now I'm in a really good shape and I kind of want to save the $2 from the inn. Yeah, it's a little hard to tell. I want to spend it or not. And there's also the option that we roll again only a 2 and a 3. So there's a 50-50 chance that kind of gets tricky. You know, I think I don't do it. I think I'm fine. So yeah, we're good. Let's go back to the city. Okay, so we're gonna go back here and yeah, okay. So let's see, we're gonna roll a die here for the wood. So that's on a 5+. Shit. Got to draw one of these cards here, and it's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Sacred trees. You reach some millenary trees that locals believe are sacred. Each hero who chooses to make an offer to the ancient gods, any object with a selling price must roll 1d6 and check the result to the following chart. Nah, that's not worth it. Okay. Then, yeah, that's the question now. What is it? Does this guy already move? I guess so. So we're going to move with him here, and these guys move here. And this is getting now a little bit dangerous here, but yeah, I think I have to live with it. So I'm going to move in here, and we're going to roll for the road. That is a 1, so this is not a danger. In case there should be an adventure here, it's going to unlocked. And then I'm going to roll for the castle. And there's also nothing going on there. But I think now these guys actually also enter, and that's not good. I hope this isn't too bad, because otherwise this guy might die, but we'll see. Okay, so let's roll. Let's see what we find. It's a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's an assassin. An assassin hides in the shadows, waiting for the right moment. Choose a random character from the group of heroes. Could be also an animal or a mercenary. He must make an initiative roll against the dark player, which gets a +1 result. If the character loses the initiative, he suffers 4 damage dice with a -1 to armor. Okay, that's not so great. So let's say the 4 heroes are 1 to 4, 5 is the warhound, and 6 is the mercenary. Okay, so that's the cat, and that's pretty okay. She's the best when it comes to initiative. But she's also one who does not have enough fortune to actually... she's got 5 life points. She's not gonna die. Okay, so we'll see. Let's do the initiative roll. So we got a plus. I don't know if we can take the dog. It doesn't say anywhere. So I guess not. So I'm going to take the sharp senses. Is that a trap? Probably not. So I get a +1. I think that's all I get. So it's even basically, but I win on ties. Oh boy. That kind of sucks. Now I'm going to spend my last fortune here because it doesn't really matter that much. I got to heal anyway. So let's see. Okay, so we win. Very good. And that means the assassin is discovered and forced to flee before causing any damage. Okay, nice. Let's read the next paragraph here. Which one was that? Okay, this is... Boy, where we go? Here we are. Quest end. Mission accomplished. What? Ah, yeah, here we go. T11. Okay, nice. That's not the quest book. We gotta go to the quest book, of course. There we are. Okay. Oh, that's amazing! Plump exclaims as soon as you reveal the contents of a bag where you kept all the fangs plucked from the spiders. That colony of spiders was really a growing danger. I'm glad to know they won't be causing any more trouble. Count Bachter's scribe and personal assistant pays you a coin for each spider eliminated. And another 5 coins for the queen spider. Okay. I hope you found some interesting treasures there. Not exactly. I must inform you that I will soon be traveling north to a city in the Torath forest. I must speak in the Count's name, and I need good escorts. Of course, The reward will be generous. Yeah, I hope more generous than this one. Okay, it would be M7. Let's see where that is. It says north, so we gotta go here, it seems. Okay, so we killed 2, 5, 6 spiders, if I'm not mistaken, which means we get 11 bucks. Okay, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's also not that great. In addition to that, we get experience points. I forgot about that. So let's see. 1 experience for the hero who has eliminated the most spiders. Okay, that is the dwarf if we don't count the queen. That's a good question. Does the queen count? And if so, do both get experience? I don't know. I mean, it's a spider. It's a giant spider. So I would say it counts. And we get another experience because we achieved the mission on the first attempt. Okay, so... Okay, we cheated, so I guess the dwarf gets an experience point, and everybody else... Or the dwarf gets 2, and everybody else gets 1, and we don't take extra experience for that spider. For that giant spider. I guess we're good with that. Okay, so I guess we're at the end of the video here. And yeah, I don't know, it was a weird mission, I guess. At the beginning it really, you know, hunting all these spiders was pretty boring, honestly, and they were not really a match. And then there was this massive beast and I was totally freaked out, and you know, especially after the attack against the cat, I mean, she nearly died basically, and it was super bad, everything, and I thought, oh my god, this is the end here, the campaign will end, and I'm totally frustrated and all. You know, and in the end, it turned out it wasn't actually that hard. Even if I did the 3 attack rule, honestly, I think I would have survived that. But you never know, that's the thing, right? I mean, maybe things went pretty well, I guess. And yeah, it seems so on the edge all the time, you know. If you do a bad roll, the problem is that the hits can be really devastating. I mean, okay, we still have fortune here, we still have fortune here, so we could have even defended ourselves against fatal blows. So maybe we should have said, okay, we try 3 attacks, but I don't know. I don't feel confident enough. So I think I might continue this with 2 attacks from the leader. And yeah, I just want to see the campaign. I want to play through the story. I want a smooth, soft ride. Make it a little easier, and we'll see how that plays out. If I have a little more experience in the game, maybe one day, should I do a second campaign or something, we can still make it harder. Okay, hope to see you in the next video or on lonesomegamer.com. Bye.